Welcome to ABA with Dr. D. This is your host, Dr. D. Today we're going to be talking about another condition from the functional analysis method that we use to assess behaviors. We talked about the attention condition in the first video. Today we're going to talk about the next condition, which is the escape condition, also known as the demand condition in some research. I'm going to once again start talking a little bit about some basic components of functional analysis by reviewing some of these bullet points. And by the way, thank you so much for all the support out there. We're almost close to 2,000 subscribers. I think by the time you see this video, we might actually be above 2,000 subscribers. So I'm so excited about that. I really appreciate all the support from the community, all the views, all the likes. I really appreciate that. So let us begin once again with this particular really important topic once again, which is the functional analysis. So the first bullet point here says that a functional analysis is the most complete form of evidence-based assessment. In functional analysis, assessor will systematically set up different conditions. In each condition, relevant variables are manipulated and behavioral data are recorded. Functional analysis is not always run in every FBA, which is true. A lot of people, a lot of specialists or behavior analysts focus on utilizing indirect assessments. They do direct observations, or they do other forms of functional analysis that are less of the. I guess it looks less like the standard F-8 that we tend to use, but nonetheless, the F-8 is the gold standard for assessing functions of behavior. Okay, it is usually run when the behavior function after indirect and descriptive assessment are conducted. So once again, this is something that we do when we do our FBAs. We tend to do our indirect assessment first. We do our direct observations, which is basically the descriptive assessment, our ABC data collection. And then after that, we want to go into functional analysis mode where we're able to confirm functions of behavior. So that would be your prototypical and more than likely the most clinically appropriate type of assessment process. Here's some of the basic or more common conditions that we see in functional analysis research. Specifically, I want to give a little bit of background there. So this particular functional analysis was published by Dr. Iwata in the 80s. This became a very revolutionary type of assessment method because once again we were missing this particular part of understanding and confirming functions of behavior, which, as you know, in our field of behavior analysis, we're all about confirmation of behavior functions. So thanks to Iwata and the rest of the team that worked on identifying and working through this particular method and providing this method for us as practitioners, we now have a phenomenal method that's possible for us to use when we're doing assessments. Now, I want to also say that there's been variations to the functional analysis, the standard functional analysis method, where we now have trial-based functional analysis, latency-based functional analysis, we have brief functional analysis. So there's a variety of different types of functional analysis. There's even a precursor functional analysis for really severe types of behaviors that are now available for the clinician to implement obviously with the adequate training and in the adequate environment. The most important thing to know is that these particular variations were done because there were certain limitations that were found in the standard functional analysis, such as the issue with the timing that it takes to conduct this functional analysis, the standard FA. That's why they implemented the brief. Also, the magnitude of the behaviors can sometimes be very severe, which is why we see latency or precursor FAs. So there's different FAs now available, which I'm going to cover in the near future, that talk about different ways in which now we've been able to I guess work through some of the limitations that the standard FA had initially. But to me, once again, the standard FA is for sure, like I said, the gold standard, which is something that's been mentioned in other research. So we'll definitely continue looking at some more of these bullet points before we start watching an actual video where we see the implementation of a very quick escape condition there. So the standard FA, once again, typically lasts 10 minutes in length. And once again, we're here encouraging the occurrence of a target behavior, okay? Which is, a lot of people may say, well, why are we going to try to evoke a behavior on purpose? Well, the reason for that, once again, is we want to provide different conditions, different scenarios, different opportunities for the individual that are commonly occurring in their day-to-day, basis. And these particular conditions allow for us to observe in which particular moment will the individual engage in this particular, in the target behaviors, which it could be SIB, it could be aggression, etc. Here, once again, the environment is set up in a way for the target behavior to occur. So reinforcers are delivered contingent on the target behavior. So as soon as we see the target behavior occurring, we're going to provide, reinforcement, whatever the condition is. Once again, that's why we're going to cover one condition at a time. Last week, we covered the attention condition. This one is escape condition. So for escape condition, the consequence will be escape, allowing them to be removing the tasks or the items that we're asking them to do contingent on the behavior, the problem behavior. All other behaviors are ignored, including appropriate behavior. So once again, those are some of the more common ways in which we're able to implement a functional analysis. The escape condition. So once again, escape condition or demand condition, as you see in some research, is basically to see if the behavior is maintained by escape. Okay. Now, escape is a very common function we see in our field. A lot of children that we work with engage in escape maintain behaviors. So it's really important to understand that it is, sometimes very common to see that. But this particular condition or this particular assessment allows us to confirm that. Sometimes, it could be, dual or double like function that can be occurring. You can have an attention function, you can have an escape function occurring. But once again, the F-8 allows us to confirm that. Here just says that meaning socially mediated negative reinforcement in the form of task removal. So removing a task contingent on the problem behavior. Here, once again, the therapist will present a task over and over. And the task can be academic tasks, vocational tasks, daily living tasks that are difficult to the child. That really is the focus here. What I like to do is I like to go observe the child first during the direct observations and identify, in what particular moments you start seeing these behaviors. So for example, if I see that the child engages in escape maintain behaviors or potentially escape maintain behaviors, then that's where I see the scenario. I collect my ABC data and I see, okay, it's during worksheets, but I'm still not 100% certain that it is escape. So I'm going to just annotate that during the math worksheet or whatever worksheet it is, that particular item I'm going to use during the escape condition for the F-8. Okay, so that's just an example. Once again, it could be tying shoes, it can be taking a bath. So every time that the parent comes in and says, hey, it's time to take a bath, the child starts engaging in this particular behavior, right, of aggression or whatever the behavior may be. Okay. So here, once again, if the client does not comply with instruction, the therapist implements a 3-step prompting procedure: instruction, model, physical guidance, until the behavior occurs, until the target behavior occurs. So, and basically, if there is a target behavior that occurs, the therapist removes the task briefly for 30 seconds and then presents instruction again. Okay, so that's how we do it. Basically, we utilize a 3-step prompting procedure. Here, once again, the goal is to, evoke that particular behavior. Okay, the target behavior that we're working on. Sorry for the image is not the best here, but here the at the top you're able to see that the demand is the main maintaining function for this behavior after they did the F-8. It was pretty clear, and this is what if you're doing an escape condition functional analysis, your results will look like this. Your demand would be the highest. How with the highest percentage in this situation, or rate if you're doing rate, but you'll notice a difference. You'll see a significant difference between that particular condition and the rest. So this is just a very basic example of a functional analysis graph that you would analyze after. So in this particular scenario, they did 1, 2, 3, 4 different sessions for the demand condition where they're able to confirm that demand was or is the main maintaining function for this particular behavior for this individual, Edgar. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and look for the video. So this once again is the escape maintain behavior condition, right, for the F-8 that we're going to be looking at. What you're going to see me implementing is some type of instruction. It's been a while since the last time I saw this video, but we'll be able to watch it all together at first, and then we can break it down for as a team. Wow, great job doing your homework, Edward. Good stuff. It's time to do your homework.
I don't want to.
You need to do your homework.
I don't want to.
Come on, or else we're not going to be able to play.
No.
You know what? I'm not dealing with this right now. Go ahead and have it. Okay, so basically you saw the behaviors that are throwing the pencil at me. So that right there more than likely is the target behavior in this scenario. So I keep presenting instruction over and over again. And it's one of those things where that's exactly what happens, right? If you work in any kind of learning environment or in environments where there's children and there's a history of escape maintain behaviors, you notice this kind of scenario. So once again, I'm going to play it here, okay, so we can watch it together. Wow, great job doing your homework, Edward. Good stuff. It's time to do your homework. Okay, so I present the instructions, time to do your homework. Okay.
I don't want to.
Child says, I don't want to. You need to do your homework. I provide another prompt.
I don't want to.
Okay, says I don't want to.
Or else we're not going to be able to play.
No.
You know what? I'm not dealing with this right now.
Okay, so I said, no, I'm not dealing with this right now, and I take the item away. So really the main thing here is not even about the reaction, it's more about removing the task itself. So that's what happens when you're doing an escape condition. You know, you just basically remove the task, and in 30 seconds, although this video doesn't demonstrate, it's really short, I would represent the same instruction all over again. You know, it's time to do your homework. We would do that if we're doing a standard F-8, we would do that for 10 minutes. You know, if we do a brief, it would be a lot less than that, you know, depending on how much time you have available or would be clinically appropriate. But yeah, this is basically a very basic example of escape condition. What we're going to do next, the next video, we're going to watch one on tangible condition. So you can be able to observe one on how a tangible condition looks like. But once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate the support that everybody out there is providing. We see people from all over the world watching these videos. We see people that are sending me messages that they're using the videos for training purposes, for parent training, all these different reasons. So that really makes us really happy. That's reinforcement itself. So I really appreciate that. If you haven't done so, please make sure to subscribe to this video. Also make sure to hit that notification bell, because we do have videos every week. We're having uploads of videos every week, so we have a lot more ideas, more concepts to provide to the wonderful field of behavior analysis and all our fellow colleagues out there, and even parents and people that are involved that are also participating in this field. So thank you once again. Have a good one.